With the Royal Rumble literally tomorrow, I thought it would be really fun to go in and predict who I think will win the Royal Rumble matches and every other match that's on the card, including Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens and MCMG versus DIY. Now, with the Royal Rumble matches, predicting who I think the Iron Survivor of each match is going to be, meaning who is going to basically survive the most amount of time inside the Rumble. It doesn't mean they're going to win the Rumble. They're most likely not going to win the Rumble, but it's a fun concept of who is going to survive the longest inside the Rumble. Now let's get started with the 2 out of 3 falls match between DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. I think this match is going to be sneaky good. I don't expect anything huge from it, but I think it's going to be really good, and I think it's going to surprise a lot of people with how good it is. Because DIY has had 2 out of 3 falls matches before, and they made them look really good. And this is probably just going to be another match that kind of just puts DIY over. I don't see the Motor City Machine Guns winning this match, and truthfully shouldn't, because DIY haven't had a long enough or good enough reign for them to really be taken off them already. So it's like, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for them to lose the titles here. I think, again, this is just going to be a big, good match that just puts DIY over a little bit. And who knows, there probably will be some shenanigans between DIY that, you know, cost Motor City Machine Guns the match, where they cheat or something like that and they don't get caught or something. I don't know, it'll be something along those lines. But overall, I think this will be a really good match. And this is not a bathroom break match. People will probably consider this the bathroom break match. Hell no, it is not. This is probably going to be a sneaky good match, as I said, so keep your eyes out for it. Now on to the title versus title match between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. This match, I have really high hopes for it as well, just like the other one, but I don't see it. Unfortunately, I really do want him to win, but I just don't see him winning. That's the problem. I really don't see Kevin Owens winning. There just hasn't been enough to make me really think that Kevin Owens is going to win this match. I don't buy it, you know? I really don't buy it. I don't think this is going to be one that Kevin Owens wins. And that's okay, I guess, but man, I'm getting tired of Cody's reign. If anyone else is also getting tired, please comment down below about that, because his title reign, it's just been pretty boring, because none of his opponents have been credible enough to beat him. You don't think he's losing in the first place because the opponent's not the opponent. But I don't really know. It's okay, I guess, but you really need to figure out an opponent for Cody that can make it more credible, make it believe he's gonna lose the match. I have a feeling this match is gonna be really good, but wow, it's just I don't think Kevin Owens is gonna win, and that's the sad truth about it, because Kevin Owens needs the win. He needs it, you know? He's at that point where it's like all they've been doing with him is just putting over talent. But now it's like he's lost all of that, you know, thing about him that made him so good, because he would win a lot or before, and now he's not winning at all. And it's like, I don't really like how they've been using him lately. He's just not there where you think he's going to be the one to dethrone Cody. He's just not that person. And unfortunately, we're probably going to see that tomorrow, where, again, Cody Rhodes retains and he climbs the ladder. And this being a ladder match, I think, is going to make it even more fun. I think that was the whole point about this match, is that they just wanted it to be, and I think making it a ladder match will do exactly that, and it'll be brutal in its own way because it's a ladder match. Now, I'm hoping no one gets injured, because if you remember that Edge and Finn Balor spot where Edge literally threw the ladder at him and Finn got busted open because of it. Hopefully nothing like that happens. I don't think it will, but again, I really do feel like this match will be really fun. And again, it's not going to be a bathroom break match. I don't think anyone really considered this the bathroom break match, but either way, I don't think this is going to be a bathroom break match. at all anyway. But that's another thing, is that WWE has gone out of their way to make sure that there are no bathroom break matches on the card. And again, I don't think there are this time around. And now for the women's Royal Rumble match. This one could easily go a multitude of different ways, but we're gonna start with the Iron Survivor of this match. The Iron Survivor of this match could easily be Lyra Valkyria, because she's the IC title holder and they want to put more eyes on her. You know, I think this is a really cool way to boost Lyra Valkyria as the IC title holder. I think out of everyone who's going to be in the Rumble that we know of, there has been a lot less women's names announced for this Rumble than there has been for the men's Rumble. So I really just believe with who we know, I think Lyra Valkyria is a really good option for this. Another one is probably Io Sky. I could easily see Io Sky going the whole distance. I could see it. And then third, I really don't know, because I would say Bayley, but she just did last year. So in that regard, I don't see that happening. Another one is Liv Morgan. I could see Liv going the whole distance as well. But again, the year before last, she from number 2 and got eliminated by Rhea at the end. And that's another thing, is I don't know if they repeat the same Iron Survivor. If they do, then maybe I can see it. Maybe I can see Liv going the whole distance. But I think my absolute favorite right now is Lyra Valkyria to go. I don't think she's gonna win. Okay, I really don't think she's gonna win it, but I could easily see her just being that woman that survives the entire distance. She might enter at number 1 or 2, and she will survive all the way until the end. I could easily see it, but and again, as I said, I don't think she's gonna be the winner at all, but she could easily be in the Final 4. I could easily see her being in the Final 4. And now for the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match. This one, again, I was set in stone with someone before, that someone being Io Sky. I was set in stone thinking she was gonna win it, but then after the Rumble, I just don't believe it, because here's the thing. She's got to be able to carry this all the way from the Rumble till WrestleMania, and that's like 4 months, like 3 to 4 months in between time here. I don't see them giving it to Io, and mainly because she's not a great English speaker, and she's not going to be able to carry any of these feuds on the mic. I don't mean to be that person who points that out, but it's true. She's not going to be able to carry many of these feuds, and truthfully, I see her winning the Chamber more than I do see her winning the Rumble. For that reason alone, I think Charlotte Flair is going to win her second Rumble here. I 100% believe that this is probably going to be the first year that they have a two-time winner of the Rumble, and what better way to go than have Charlotte Flair do it. I could see maybe Becky Lynch doing it, but here's the other thing, is I have not heard much about Becky Lynch at all. For all I know, she's not even going to be, which I don't think that's the case. I think she will be, but that's another one that could easily go win her second one. But again, I haven't heard a lot about Becky. Charlotte's return has already been spoiled, which I really wish they didn't do that. I seriously think this would have been a really cool, shocking moment when all of a sudden her music hits and she comes out. I think this would have been a perfect moment for her, and I don't know why they spoiled it, because a lot of people already knew she would be coming back soon, so I don't understand the point of that. But it is what it is. We got Charlotte Flair in the Rumble, and I think she will be the winner. But if it's not Charlotte Flair, another fun option I had in mind was maybe they give it to Jade Cargill. They push Jade to the moon, kind of like they did with Shinsuke in 2018. But this time it actually works out, because Jade might be a bigger star at the moment than Shinsuke was. So maybe they go that route. Maybe they have Jade Cargill win, and that, I don't think it plays into any of the current ongoing storylines very well, so that's the only issue with that, is if Jade wins, then what happens with the Bianca and Naomi storyline. So with that being said, I don't really think Jade is going to be the one to beat or to win the whole Rumble. I don't see that happening. And some people have even said Liv Morgan will win. Again, I don't see Liv Morgan winning, but she actually is a good option too. So again, this year, they're in both the men's and the women's. There are a lot of options they can go with, and a lot of them make sense. Liv Morgan's a really good option. I mean, truthfully, I might not have her as my top option, but truthfully, she's probably third or second for me. I mean, she's ahead of Becky, I think. I wanna say she's ahead of Becky, and then Jade. I just probably talked myself into putting her ahead of Jade. So, Liv is probably my second option to win this whole Either if they want to revisit this Rhea feud again come Mania season, they very well could. I would not recommend that, but they could. And then if they don't want to do that, she can go for Tiffany Stratton, and it could work both ways. You know, it would work. That would work pretty well too. And then say Charlotte Flair wins the Chamber or something like that. She can have the other Rhea match again. She can have that match again, because WrestleMania 39, Rhea versus Charlotte, the best women's match of all time in my opinion, and they could repeat that. And maybe this year you have Charlotte actually beat Rhea at Mania. You know, Charlotte gets her swagger back. It's that type of thing that would be kind of fun to see. That this fantasy booking coming up, it'll be fun. So it's like, this is the road to WrestleMania. Let's see who actually wins tomorrow night. Charlotte being my favorite. Now, I'm probably not this, but the men's Royal Rumble match is the one that I am most excited for tomorrow night. And for my Iron Survivor going into this, I love this option. I really, really believe he should be the Iron Survivor, and that being Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I 100% believe Dom should be the Iron Survivor tomorrow night. But there are some other options that I could easily see them going with. Braun Breaker, IC title holder. They could have him have a really strong performance tomorrow night. Carmelo Hayes, I could easily see him being an Iron Survivor as well. I truthfully see Carmelo Hayes more than I see Braun Breaker being the Iron Survivor. But I could see Braun Breaker being the Iron Survivor just because of the fact that he's like a mini Brock Lesnar. He's a beast in himself, so I could easily see that. But truthfully, Dirty Dom, he is the one I want to see as the Iron Survivor. I want him to enter number 1 or 2. 100%. Should survive all the way until the number 30th entrant comes out. And that's when he gets eliminated. Let him survive close to an hour. 100% he should. And this will help Dom so damn much. I'm telling you, this is the way to get eyes on Dom even more. And let that happen. Dom really should be all the way until the end. And I believe that 100%. And maybe you have Finn eliminate him. This would be such cool storytelling, you know? I have no idea if this will be the case or not, but Dom being the Iron Survivor is, I think, the best option they have right now. Out of all the big names in the Rumble right now, I don't see any of them outside of maybe Sami Zayn or Seth Rollins being the Iron Survivor. But I don't think they do that either. I don't think either one of them are the Iron Survivor. I think you go with somebody who's not an established star yet. It kind of is, but at the same time he kind of isn't. Yes, he is known for being the big heel, but he doesn't have that many of accolades to his resume, which is another reason why I think doing this is going to help boost him so much. And I finally think it's time for them to push Dom to the moon, you know? He doesn't win the Royal Rumble. No, not by a long shot. But he makes it till the end, and it allows people to get eyes on him for a longer amount of time. And I think this would be a really, really fun idea, is the heel that everyone hates outside of Logan Paul is the one that survives the longest amount of time. Maybe you have Logan Paul be the Iron Survivor. I don't see it personally. I see Logan Paul entering at the end of the Rumble, so that'll be that. But again, I seriously believe they should do this. I really think they should. This would be a really fun concept if Dom goes from number 1 to 30, but he doesn't win. Now for the winner of this match, and I personally, I was under the impression of someone winning for the longest amount of time, just like the women's. But for this men's match, I had CM Punk winning for the longest time, okay? I wanted to be CM Punk so badly, but then when I really thought about it, Having Roman Reigns be the winner of this match made so much more sense because it plays into the favor that Heyman owes Punk. Heyman makes Roman's title match at Mania a triple threat match, and CM Punk is now in that match. I think 100% that could happen. Now, it's not in my fantasy predictions from the other day, so obviously I just wanted a fun match that day when I was making that video. But for this one, I think this is more realistic. I think this could have 100% happened, and I really believe this would be a fun feud because on that path of maybe he doesn't trust Heyman anymore, or he doesn't like Heyman for what he did, you know, and it is what it is. But Heyman owed Punk, you know, and Punk takes advantage of this. Just because of the favor alone, I don't see Punk winning now. That's the only thing. And if they are really trying to make this favor mean something, I think this is the route to go. You have Roman Reigns win the Rumble. Now, I had Randy Orton returning at this Rumble, and I was thinking maybe he's the third-time winner of this generation, you know, Stone Cold being the other one. I really believe they might have gone that route with Randy. Now, a lot of people also say John Cena's gonna win. I don't see John Cena winning. I see John Cena facing more adversity at first in this run of his, and I really believe that him winning the Elimination Chamber is what they're going to go with, because right now he is the poster child of Elimination Chamber. All of the promotion that they're doing for the Chamber involves John Cena, and them saying that it's John Cena's final time in Toronto. That is going to be I 100% believe Cena's going to win the Chamber. I almost said the Rumble. He's going to win the Chamber. I don't see him winning this Rumble. I think Roman Reigns right now is my favorite to win. And for the people who also say Seth Rollins or Drew McIntyre, it's like, have you been paying attention to the storylines lately? If you really haven't been, then I'm sorry, but I don't believe that either one of them are going to win, because with the ongoing storylines going on between them, it just doesn't play in well enough for them to win the Rumble. Now, with Roman, he doesn't really have a storyline going on right now, which is why I could easily see him winning the Rumble. And he's actually my favorite, because who else? I mean, Roman is a good option to win this year's Rumble, and if he is not your guys' pick, I really want to know who is your guys' pick, because Roman is just as good as it gets. Picking Roman is just as good as it gets. And if you don't pick Roman, I really would love to know who you actually picked to win this year's Rumble. Now, with all that being said, this year's Rumble is absolutely stacked. As you all know, there are so many big names in this year's Rumble, and there are probably going to be a lot of big names in the Women's Rumble, people returning. Now, I don't want to get into returns because that's a video in itself, but I'm really bad at predicting those type of things, so I didn't really make a video on that. But there's a lot of names that could return, especially in the Women's Rumble. The Men's Rumble, there's already been a lot of names taken up. Obviously, there are still a lot of spots left for people, so that's obviously something that we see tomorrow. But I really want to know who returns and who might stand a chance at actually winning it. There are a few women that if they return, I could easily see them just shooting them up to the moon. So we'll have to see what they do with that. But leave your thoughts and comments down below about who you think is actually going to win the Rumble and who might be the Iron Survivor. Iron Survivor is just probably one of the most fun concepts out there that not many people really know about, but it's there, and it's a fun concept because a lot of times they do have an Iron Survivor, and I don't know a Rumble that really doesn't have one. I think a lot of them do, and sometimes there's two, but more times than not, there's only one Iron Survivor, but there is somebody who comes close to it, so we'll have to see with that. But again, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and have fun watching tomorrow night. Till next time, see ya.